Today we're going to have a look at specialty watercolour paints. We'll dive into the shimmering effects of metallic, shimmery and mineral pigments that can enhance your artwork. These shimmery paints catch the light and reflect it back in a lively way, adding depth and a sense of life that plain colours just can't match. Jenny, one of my patrons, did a lovely abstract painting using glittery paint, and our Discord painting group became interested in shimmery paints when they saw it. They were all talking about it. I don't use glittery paints often, but to answer their questions, I did some experimentation, and that's what I'll share with you in this video. I will show you metallic watercolour paints, Daniel Smith duochrome shimmer paints, and also some mineral paints. I'm not going to be reviewing them because there are a heap of reviews out there that you can watch. Instead, I will show you how I use them from time to time. I always like to mention too, if you are learning to paint in watercolour, come and join my creative community. I have hundreds of online watercolour classes for beginners right through to advanced painters, and I walk you through everything step by step. There's more information about the classes on my website. First of all, metallic paints. This set here is called Starry Colours by the Japanese company Kuretake. Apologise for my pronunciation. They are slightly opaque, which allows for strong coverage over other colours. They come in a set of 6, and here I'm painting them onto black watercolour paper so you can see them shimmer. You can also paint them on white watercolour paper. They're perfect to add highlights to your paintings or drawings, or you could use them if you are creating artworks that need a bold, reflective quality. On white paper, their shine is subtle, whereas on black paper, their reflective qualities are enhanced. Here you can see them shimmering on the paper. This is the yellow gold. I'm using that colour to paint over some Christmas bells that I painted in watercolour. You can see it shimmering over the top of the dried paint. I used the light gold to do the same thing here on the red ribbon. The red paint on the bow is dry, and I glazed this colour over the top in a few places to make it shimmer. And I'm doing the same thing here on this butterfly. I'm painting the metallic paint over the top of the dried watercolour paint to make the orange areas sparkle. And here's a closer look after it dried. I recently drew this seagull in graphite in my sketchbook in preparation for a painting that I did. When I had finished, I thought I'd experiment with some of the metallic paint, so I used some of the blue gold from that set, and I painted it quickly and loosely on the dry paper. So use these metallic paints to experiment with other mediums and see what you can come up with. Okay, let's have a look at the duochrome series by Daniel Smith that I call my Shimmer Paints. I only have a few colours, but I use them from time to time to add a shimmering colour shift to some subjects. I've used them on fish and insects. Here I'm using duochrome turquoise to add a sheen on the beetle. I glaze it over the top of the dried watercolour paint. These paints have reflective pigments that create a visual effect by shifting between two distinct colours, depending on the angle that you view them at and also the quality of the light. They can add depth, dimension and an interesting colour shift to your artwork. Here I'm painting the turquoise, mauve and oceanic over the black watercolour paper and white watercolour paper. You can see how the colour varies on the two different papers. I glazed the turquoise onto this Christmas bell, and here on a different angle you can see how it shimmers. You can mix these paints with other paints while you're painting, but it might reduce their reflective properties. As you saw, I prefer to use them as a glaze over the top of sections of my subject for the best shimmery effect. Okay, now mineral watercolour paints. I only have 3 mineral pigments in my painting kit, and I'm going to use 2 of them on this seagull painting. These paints are made from natural minerals that are finely ground into pigment. Some of them may have a slight granulating effect. They're quite beautiful and they're perfect for those who appreciate natural beauty and subtlety in their artworks. They perform well on white paper, giving you depth, texture and unique colour. When you look on the Daniel Smith colour chart, you'll see the mineral pigments have a capital P next to them. They're part of the Primatech range. All right, now let's have a look how I use them on the seagull painting. I'm painting on Arche hot press watercolour paper here. I've mixed a grey from French ultramarine and burnt sienna, and there I've just dropped some of the mineral paint in there. This is the amethyst. And this is the fugue site. It's sort of a turquoisey colour. So I'm painting that onto the wet paper and it's blending with the grey that I've got there. Then I used those same colours on the body and underneath the wing. So here I'm wetting the body with some water. And then while the paper's wet, I start to paint on my grey mixture. To add interest to this area, I use some of the mineral pigments. Back to the grey now. I've got my board on a slight angle here. You can see the paint drifting down towards the bottom. A bit more of the mineral pigment now. And here I've got the amethyst. Okay, I'm going to let that dry. And here it is after it had dried. You can see how those pigments are shimmering there. And you can layer with these paints as well, just like you can with normal watercolour paints. So here I've waited until it was dry. I re-wet the paper with water and then I put a bit more colour on there. I also used the mineral pigments on dry paper just to add some detail to the feathers. I went back to that area after it had dried and I used my eradicator brush to create a few highlights in there. Those beautiful mineral pigments helped to make my ordinary grey and white seagull look extra special. When you use shimmery or metallic paints, remember that it's important to check the labels for any toxicity warnings. I have more information about these paints on my website. I've written a lengthy blog post about them. I've linked to it in the description of this video. Go and have a read, and while you're there, check out all my other blog posts about watercolour painting. I spend a lot of time on it and there is a wealth of information there. As always, I urge you to experiment, explore, and let your creativity lead the way. I'll see you in the next one. This is the shimmer video, Shimmery Paints.
Yeah. Oh, look, you've got a shimmery top on.
I've got a shimmer top on. Got a frog. Always get frogs. These shimmery, there are a heap of reviews out there that you can watch. There are a heap of reviews. I can't get reviews out. I'll try again. I'm not going to be for beginners.
Oh,
Instead, I will show you how I use them. How far out? You right, honey?
Yep.
You right?
Yep.
It's finished sniffing?
Yep.
Good. Good to go? Now I'm sniffing. These plants are made from paints. These plants. Why am I saying these plants? These plants. Sounds posh, doesn't it? These plants